on the brink. It's at a turning point. It is at a cycle turning point that we have to track closely. And there are so many things involved here, but this is Bitcoin on the chart. Everybody's just kind of like rally, October rally, capitulation now. Let's put this bear market bottom in. There are so many conflicting viewpoints here, and it's all just noise. It all doesn't matter. And I put in the title of this video, and I want to start with this, everybody, because it is so important. This risk warning. And for context, let's just check out this quick clip from Kevin O'Leary. And this is on this channel I just came across, Only the Savvy. Check this out.
Here's a question for every investor to think about. There's a risk in investing in Bitcoin and all crypto. There's also a risk of not investing in it because,
I mean, you just can't even put that any more simple. There's the risk of investing. We talk about it all the time. It's risk management. It's like, how much should I put in? When should I buy? What should the accumulation look like? Buy zones, risk analysis. But we always, at least myself, and this isn't financial advice, everybody, but this is really, truly, for me personally, this is a warning in terms of risk. How risky it is to not invest in crypto. That's something I need to remember, because here we are, we're in this bear market. This is Cardano. This is Bitcoin just maybe getting ready to capitulate. And we zoom in on these charts so often, and we zoom in on these headlines, these fear headlines, and we zoom in on the state of the macroeconomic failures of today. And we get this kind of fear sentiment. We're kind of like, meh, we're on the sidelines a little bit. But at the end of the day, everybody, I think a lot of us at least agree there's likely trillions getting ready to come into crypto. And it doesn't have to be within the next month, 2 months, even the next year. But over the macro, the long term, trillions getting ready to enter the space. The space as a whole sitting under $1 trillion value. Now, the risk in not being prepared for that explosion is massive. And that's something we need to remember. I think I need to remember as we kind of go through everything we're going to talk about in this video. And everything we're about to talk about in this video, even relating to Cardano and negative headlines, Cardano being attacked, it applies to every crypto. And I want to start there with Cardano and this headline. This headline, Cardano and Solana could become egregious failures like EOS, says analyst. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but the analyst is Don Alt. Tech evolves, a lot changes. Coins in 5 years' time will most likely be vastly different. Why would your ancient bags from 2020 be worth anything at that point? I want to say this, everybody. Guess what? Bull market highs, ADA outperforming. ADA was going crazy in the bull market. It was outperforming everything. It was fun. It was enjoyable because we tracked the whole thing on this YouTube channel. And we really picked up a crucial data point. Cardano outperforms to the upside and it outperforms to the downside. And that's what's happening right now. We're outperforming to the downside. But do you remember when Cardano was just seeing all-time highs and going crazy, the headlines were the exact opposite of this. They were bullish. They were just hype. And that was a warning. That was a sentiment warning. The alerts need to go off. And that is to say, in that bull market high, Cardano's going crazy, price is going up for ADA. It's an alert. It's overvalued, overbought. There's some greed in the sentiment. Now we're on the flip side of that. Now there's fear in the sentiment. And now Cardano is approaching this undervalued area. And so the alerts need to go off in the same fashion. And for me, they are, right? So that's just a simple article talking about an analyst and his opinion. It's funny because they say your ancient bags from 2020, what are they going to be worth anyway? But the thing is, and actually the crypto space is picking up on this from other chains even. Cardano is not ancient or slow. Cardano is actually ahead of the game in terms of its technology and in terms of the protocol and what it's delivering. And those fundamentals, doing that and delivering that within a bear market, sets up ADA, I think, to outperform once again in the next bull market. I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong, but that is my opinion. So, and this is a great thread, ADA Whale. I'm not going to read through this, but just going through everything on Cardano going on right now. Cardano, vibrant ecosystem, but some news goes unreported. And he goes through this ridiculously long thread. Hydra This is brand new news that came out recently. Scaling solution for Cardano based on state channels, much talked about for years, now coming to fruition as dApps begin to incorporate it. SundaySwap did that Hydra demo. We're talking potentially here in play with all of these Hydra heads, over 3,000 stake pools alone, everybody. Transactions in the millions. And I'm not saying that's going to happen overnight, but that's what's in play for Cardano right now. This is the technology that's being delivered and worked on to be delivered. So this thread's really good. I'll put a link in the description. And here's ADA charts. It's outperforming to the downside. We can also call that underperforming, right? We know the story. We've been tracking it all bear market. It's really nothing different. Even if you look at this picture from the last bear market all the way back here, just Cardano just capitulating. But I have news for you, everybody. Everything is down. Crypto is just down. Traditional markets are down. We look at this, right? All-time high, Cardano, ADA, to where we are right now, 89%. We go over here, we look at Link, right now down 87%. We go to Matic, at one point down 89% like ADA, but actually just massively recovered and performing pretty good right now. We look at Polkadot, 89% down. We look at AVAX, 89% down. Cardano is not doing something weird as an altcoin. It's not doing something out of the ordinary. It's doing exactly what altcoins in this market do. In a bear market, they fall like crazy and they lose a ton of value. And it's painful to go through. But again, intertwined in this story is the question that Kevin O'Leary kind of alluded to. What kind of risk is there to not be invested? And that's the thing I ask myself. This is my crypto journey. That question is a very powerful one right now with what is happening with ADA. So there's ADA on the weekly chart. We go to the daily. If you want some just shorter term TA, we know we've been tracking this consolidation all here for months. We've been tracking. We've been prepared. We knew the breaks could happen to the downside. We know there's a target in the 25 to 30 cent range. We're ready for it. It's all about being ready for it. It's all about having a plan for downside, for upside. We have the plan right now. Cardano ADA falling on the daily chart. You can just see it. And I know I'm going to get comments. Why are you tracking Cardano? And people say that I'm misleading people because I do this, because I'm just tracking my own crypto journey. I'm tracking the charts and I'm trying to navigate through the crypto bear market like all of you. It's funny that people watch these videos just to leave these comments. But for me, it's opportunity. For me right now, it doesn't feel pleasant, right? I don't like seeing charts like this at all. It's not enjoyable at all. I don't sit here enjoying this, but it's opportunity. And it's just a principle I have to stand by, right? And it applies to all of crypto. Right now we're in a bear market, and here's a Bitcoin chart. It could fall, it could capitulate, and it's the same thing that we were doing back in 2018 when it was happening. Just kind of following that principle, putting the emotion aside and saying, you know what, it could happen. Maybe it's happening and we're in it, but it's like, what's the plan, right? What's the plan? Have a plan. So the same is true for ADA. As Cardano does its thing from a fundamental perspective, NFTs just blowing up right now. The community as a whole just thriving and growing. And that's something, a key data point to pay attention to in the middle of this bear market, amongst many other things, many other technical data points. So that's Cardano. We're going to keep tracking it, but I can't say this enough, everybody. Those negative headlines, we had the same extreme positive headlines in the last bull market high. Now we're going to bear market, potential bear market capitulation. It's forming, and we're getting the extreme opposite. It's negativity. It is what it is. And, at the end of the day, we're all just making our own decisions out here, and you have to make your own decisions.